So I'm just out here in the Marina, and I've been on taking a shorter type of run. So let's see if I can show you what this place looks like. Bag also here. So I just been typing on this new master paper assignment that I have. So nice here, you know, but quite a lot of cars. I don't know how this is going to work. Actually, I don't care, you know, because sometimes some people have funny comments, you know, and don't care so much. I could just switch out of camera with. So, yeah, so I just been typing on that master paper, and also I went to some other place, you know, and had lunch with one of my girlfriends, and there is actually an event type of thing that is for health, for the health industry, but more of the pathological type of health, you know, so medical cares and stuff. And I have signed up for it, so I'm gonna go there tomorrow. I'm going to try and film and see if it works. I don't know if that's going to, if it's really going to work, because today by accident I actually got there and it was so much people, so I'm not sure if that is going to be possible, but if, then I will try and take you along. So I actually signed up because I had to put some form of company. So I put the university, one of the universities that I study at. So it was Lund University. So now I'm just walking down this place. I'm gonna try and flip the camera around because now it's going to be some, I don't know, restaurants and, you know, like night places here. So I don't know if I'm going to really try and film too much, but I'm going to flip the camera around so I might be able to show what this place looks like. Yeah, so now I'm just going to walk back here, and maybe I will take a shortcut to GBR because I might go to the gym instead because it's kind of late, so I don't know if I want to be, I don't want to do any more workout out here, so I think maybe I go back and just see if I go to the gym. I actually, one of the problems with that health event is that I should have other pair of shoes. I should not wear flip-flops because it's more like, you know, of course more professional. So I'm thinking if I should find a pair of shoes before I go there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to be typing on that other assignment that I have, and also to continue with the ontological form of premises in this master paper, you know, that I'm doing. So I need to, you know, think out what I'm going to write. I don't know yet. Philosophy behind science is not so simple, you know. Like, you need to process certain things. So let's see now, because I'm going to try and walk back here. So yeah, so I'm doing almost honestly so many different things, and that at master paper I didn't even understand what exactly they are requesting, because we are supposed to write first like a description of a form of problem related to the educational science or field, and I think what they are sort of targeting is the higher education field. So I need to find something, you know, I actually sort of wrote a short description, and I choose to write, and this is quite relevant because I wrote about, let's see here, I wrote about like higher education and the restrictions for students depending on the nationality, you know, because I know that there are some people who want to go and study, let's say in Sweden, and they don't have the financial means to study, and there are also some students who, you know, have a nationality which is not recognized to be valid, you know, to apply at one of these what is it called, like one of these programs or freestanding courses. And actually one of the problems is that after 2001 they changed the regulation in Sweden regarding the forms of applications. So now if someone is international or doesn't hold a form of European-based nation state membership, you know, like a citizenship basically, they have to pay fees, and not just fees for the application itself, but the form of fees for the actual program or freestanding course. So let's say if you're going to study a bachelor degree and you have like 3 years, if it's a philosophical one, then you need to pay not only for the application, you need to pay also for each of the terms, and that will end up become maybe around, in European currency, I think it will be around 500,000. I don't know if I'm correct or mistaken, but it's a quite high fees for the international students. So I would actually say that for those who are of concern in this matter, I spoke with one of my professors, and she said, because she had sort of been, you know, discussing this once it was on the, you know, sort of processing of being evaluated whether or not they should have fees, and for both the application and for the programs themselves for international students. And what they agreed upon was that they were going to put these forms of fees. And by the way, I've been running, so I might look sweaty. And she was actually against this whole regulation type of thing, because she said that if there are fees, then of course some students who has certain national you know, citizenship, they cannot go and study longer not in Sweden, and not either in that particular university where I am at, you know. And one of the things is that this university, because it is one of the 100 top universities, you know, if some students don't have to pay fees, it's kind of inequality, you know, because why is it just that some students have it for free and some other students don't? Because this university has been around since the 1600th century, and that's why it has been able to establish quite good credentials. And I mean, for me, I'm just lucky the fact that I have access to all of those courses. I don't pay any fees for them, you know, and that's why I can take out as many degrees as I, you know, as long as my brain is working. But for those students who are coming and have to apply for scholarships, and not only for scholarships but also for the fees, you know, to cover the program costs and so forth, for them it will be more or less a hassle. But actually the majority of those who applied for programs in Sweden who had international background, they were from Pakistan, and the reason why they cut down on this application form was that you know, most students dropped out of the university because they wanted to just gain a citizenship, and therefore they just didn't complete even their programs, but instead just stayed and got their you know, citizenship instead of completing the program, and that was a cost for the university. So they would have to sort of, you know, finance students who are, you know, not even completing the programs, and that was not, you know, economic, you know, sustainable. So that's why they did this. But I mean, they are trying also now. There is a new proposal, so they might going to put fees for all of the students as well who are from this particular, like from Sweden then. So maybe everyone has to pay for the programs and for the freestanding courses, regardless if they are whatever citizenship holder, you know. So this means that the prices for gaining these educational programs are going to increase. But for now it is free, and I think there are some you know, spokespeople, you know, who is trying to advocate for keeping the fees you know, out of the picture, so most individuals, regardless of the income category, you know, can attain education as long as they are able to complete the courses and like doing the assignments and everything that is required. And also because the students, you know, themselves, there is different levels of commitment, and there is different levels of what people actually want to acquire. Some people, they go to university, they just want to get grades, and some other students has quite higher forms of agendas, you know, they want to have good grades, and they really want to set aside a lot more time, and therefore it should be a better form of concurrence if more people actually can apply for it, you know. So, but for now, that is how it is, and I think yet it is working, you know. But I know that there are some people asking, wondering if they can study in Sweden, and it's not possible unless you're paying for it, you know. So, or if you are from Sweden, of course you can apply without paying any fees. Should you go for the university in Sweden? Well, depending, like, as you can see, I'm not in Sweden, you know, I'm in Dubai, and this is one of the benefits, I would say, if you're going to the university over there, is that you do not have to waste your time in the university like itself. You can actually just take from it whatever you find beneficial, and you can do all of your assignments in other locations. I mean, I'm not in necessarily spending all of my time at the campus, you know, so as well I don't have to, you know, attend the lectures. They are always you know, optional, and they're posting all of the PowerPoints online, so either way I have access to the PowerPoints, so I get the lecture contents either way. If you want more specific ideas of how you can study without staying in the university, like staying on the campus, you can let me know, because I have quite a lot of good tips for that. Also, I find that nowadays there is this sort of question, you know, that are the universities going to remain as forms of institutions the way they are today? And actually my current professor, he said that no, probably not the way the institutions of universities are today. They are not going to remain like this for that long, because you have all these technical equipment. You can do all of your assignments, lectures online. There's no need to sit on the campus and take in any forms of lecture when you actually can have them as a form of podcast or any other, you know, forms of equipment that can be utilized in order to undertake those studies. So that's what he said to me, and I mean, I think that, yeah, I don't either see that universities are going to remain the way they are today. You know, I think they're also going to sort of dissolve into more technical based platforms. And yeah, you know, I'm going to go up here, and there is going to be quite a lot of cars, so I'm gonna end this university session here. If you have any other questions about taking these courses in the university and general study tips and so forth, I have a ton of them, because I have studied actually quite a lot at this point, you know. So so there's a red light there, so I'm gonna go and walk over to the GBR and take a shower and eat something, and maybe I might go to the gym. I will see, but I think it's getting quite late. So bye.